Hello everyone, welcome to the Power Pages Quick Tip series. So I'm Amber Singh today with Shweta, and in episode 11 we are going to talk about how to create the Power Pages website using the Copilot, which definitely ease out the maker's life in the multiple fold. Copilot in the Power Pages Design Studio can now create a draft website for you based on the natural language prompting what you provide to the Copilot text boxes. And there's a limit right now for 250 characters, so always keep this in your mind. You can provide the simple details such as the business names or the business function and your requirement for sure. And as Copilot can understand the natural languages, we can add the requirement on the business prompts, or we can select any kind of the default templates that the Power Pages provide for creating the website. Let's begin with the prompt understanding because we talked about the prompting here. So Copilot prompt are instructions or the questions you use to tell Copilot what you want. When crafting the prompt, you can include basically four key parts. You can clarify the goal that clearly mention that what you want to achieve. The second thing is the context. So context also need to be really important that provide the relevant context or the background information. Like you don't have to write whole essay without in context. This is definitely not going to be help. Then you need to mention the, as a third parameter expectations. So this is also a key point. Is specify any desired outcome or requirements because if you're talking with the bots, you need some outcome from them. You're just not talking for the fun. Your expectation need to be properly specified into that one. Another part is the source. If it is applicable, mention any relevant source material. So this will help the bot to generate the better content for you. So if you want to generate something from example from which has been announced from the Microsoft build last month, then you have to clearly mention if there is any source where the bot need to pick up the content or the relevant information, you have to provide those information in your natural language text. Here you can see kind of the example for the prompt on the screen. Remember, you can put this as a little or as much detail into the prompt as needed, but a clear goal is essential here. If you want to be more specific, feel free to add other parts into that one. So you can edit it at any point of time. Shweta will show you, and then you can simply go and mention your specific requirements there. With the Copilot for the site creation, you can create the Power Pages site with the help of the AI. We know that, and describe the site that you want to create, and AI design it for you. Everything they will do, like the AI will do for us. You can use the natural language processing to help you to build your site for describing the type of the site, intended user for the site, any type of the information you want the site to process as a prompt. The prompting is the first step. Then Copilot generate the contextual site names, site address, this information you have to go and update that one or make the changes if required. Homepage layouts and the other layouts would be there. You can select there. So there are more pages with the HTML for each pages with the relevant text copy and the images from the description there. So the site is created with the homepage and more pages as selected. And with the pages added to the sitemap, once the site has been created, these pages can be redefined and edited using the Copilot. Or then you can use the WYSIWYG editor, like what you see is what you get editor. So this is also quite possible. Another aspect is here, I would like to mention that few feature is still not available and hopefully this will be shipped in the subsequent releases. So the first thing is you cannot rename the page. You cannot move, remove or reorder the page in the sitemap. You cannot add the buttons that navigate to the page. You can not add the lookup fields as well as you cannot add the logo for now. This probably would be shipped in the future releases, but right now this functionality is not being available there. Now, next, I would like to ask Shweta if you could please guide us through the steps with the live demonstration. So over to you, Shweta.
Thanks a lot, Ambesh. Let me quickly share my screen. So welcome everyone to another session of Power Pages Quick Tips and Tricks. As Ambesh mentioned, today we are going to show you how Microsoft is improving the maker experience in Power Pages Design Studio and how we can use Copilot to actually create a draft website. And as mentioned in the details by Ambesh, we just have to give in a prompt. So as you can see, I'm already logged into my Power Pages Design Studio. I have my environment selected. And here you can see start building your website with a Copilot. Yeah, boldly mentioned over here with a prompt box wherein you can add a prompt and see what magic Copilot can do to help you create a draft website for your organization. But you still have the old options, which is start creating a website with a template or start from blank. These two options are still available. Also, if you can see over here below this, there are some suggestions or recommendation prompts which are available. For example, design a site to showcase government initiatives or build a website for employee training programs. So these are also available just to assist you and help you out. There is a refresh button also available, so I can see what other suggestions are available for me. For example, a website for public transportation or a site for city event registration. And if you see, these prompts are so small, they are like very few characters and they're just mentioning like your business function. So this is good enough for a Copilot then to start creating your website. So let's try creating a website for us today. I'm creating a website for a pet hotel, and that pet hotel is called Furry Friends. So what I have done is I have given the name of my business, which is Furry Friends, and what it does, which is it's a pet hotel. And then I've gone one step further and given more details as well, like what I want to use this website for. So I want to use this website to allow my customers to check availability, to check the prices, the services, and book the hotel rooms for their pets. And also, I want my website to have an FAQ page as well as a contact details page. So I've given a fairly detailed and a specific prompt, and let's see how it works. Okay, so the first step is that it is asking you to check your site name. So it has just picked up the name that I've given in my prompt and added it over here, Furry Friends Pet Hotel. And then based upon it is also creating a website. So Furry Friends Pet Hotel, and then there is some code. You are free to modify it if you don't like it. Even their website name, you're free to modify it. So it also gives you that flexibility. At the bottom, if you can see, it gives you a disclaimer that make sure that AI generated content is accurate and appropriate before using it. Yeah, so don't use this blindly. You have to always ensure that it is something that is matching your organization. And then here you can also provide feedback just to help improve Copilot. So I'll keep it as it is for now because I'm happy with the names. Okay. Okay, cool. So it works now. Once the basic site details are given, then the next step is that it provides you with the site layout that meets your needs. So if you can see, it has created a draft website. Welcome to Furry Friends Pet Hotel. But if you can see, the images are not at all relevant for my theme. So that is something I need to modify. Here also, as I had given in the prompts, check availability, services and prices are available. And then there is something about us. So this they have added on their own. But then if you can see below, there is also a try again option. And let's see what happens if I click that. So when I hit try again, it is creating a different layout for me. The color theme is a bit different. And yeah, the layout of the services and the availability and about us is also slightly different compared to what it was before. There is still a try again option, and I would like to try it again. And let's see what happens now. So now we are back to our first option that was available. So basically, when it comes to providing you options for layout, it basically provides you two possible options. And then based upon your requirement, you can select which one is more suitable for you. Here, if you can see, there is an option for edit description. So this is actually the prompt that I gave in, but I can also edit it or refine it further if it's needed. Yeah. So I will select this one for now, and let's move on to the next step. And here it is suggesting some common pages that you can add. So about us is a very common page that any website has. Contact us as well. An FAQ page is something that it's suggesting because this I had removed from my prompt initially, but it still suggests. Availability is something that I had added. So it has added that page, prices, and then services. So based upon your requirement, you can select whichever pages you want. If you're not selecting any of these pages and just hitting the done button, then it will just create the home page, only one page for you, and then you have to create the other pages based on your requirement. Yeah, so for now, let me just select all of it because later if I don't need them, I can delete it in my design studio. I'm just selecting it all and moving it to done, and it will take some time now to create the website. Okay, great. So we are now in our design studio. You can see that all the pages that I had selected are available over here. And here I can then edit my website, do whatever changes I need. And then in the right hand side corner, I have the Copilot pane, wherein there are some suggestive prompts that I can use, like page design, data forms, ask other questions. Here I can type in any prompt that I want. And also here in the corner, you see there is a prompt guide. So if I just click on this, then it is also giving me some suggestive prompts that I can type in my Copilot and then see if the Copilot is able to do those changes. So this is something that we will deep dive into our next sessions to exactly see what is available and what can a copilot do when we type in a prompt, which prompts actually work, which don't. And then there was a section in the slides that Ambesh presented that there are still some things which are not yet available, like renaming, like adding a button or adding a logo, etc. So we will also explore that part. How does a copilot respond when we actually try to add a logo or try to add a lookup field? What response does it give? So that is something that we will cover in our next session. But I hope that this was helpful and this is something that you can try and explore and experiment. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Shweta. What a wonderful demo, I would say. So, really step by step, and for me, it would be really fun for the makers going forward that how they would like to make their whole branding or website creation would be work like a charm. So now let's go for the closer, and I need to add a couple of points from my side here. So this feature is now generally available for all the regions with the exception of the Canada, the government cloud, so GCC, and the government community cloud, so high GCC. So you must, that is the first point, and the second one is you must enable the enhanced data model to use this feature. If you're using with the standard data model, this feature won't work there. Copilot generated pages will also reference the images that are saved as a web file in your solution or your in your instance. So this was some of the key points which you always need to remember while solutioning and designing this feature. Also, please stay tuned to this channel by subscribing and pressing the bell icon. Share the video with your friends and the colleagues who are having the same skill sets like you or want to deep dive in the Power Pages. We will be coming up with the more interesting tips, knowledge sharing, and the lesson learnings around the Power Pages. So please stay tuned with us. Till that, have a nice time and a happy learning. Thank you. Thank you so much.